Most sports talking heads make predictions, then hope you forget about how wrong they were. But not Mackie and Judd.
Write this down.
This is the big leagues, where we own our terrible predictions.
Write that down.
And keep track of each other's batting averages. It's Write That Down.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
With Mackie and Judd.
Yep. That's right. This is the big leagues, boys. All right. We're not messing around here. We're the only show in America that actually keeps track of our predictions with batting averages, with standings, statistics, historical comparisons. Because everybody else would think that that's career suicide. Why would you want to admit that you were wrong that often? No, we're living dangerously.
Yep. Yeah, we told the bosses, go ahead, fire us. See if we care, because we'll keep making predictions.
I mean, I wouldn't be asked to being fired, but
what I told...
Declan's like, whoa, dude, pump the brakes a little bit.
I like my income.
We got to pay the bills here.
I'm moving in a month. Like, I have a lot of expenses that are coming up here, so I need
said
a job.
if you have to fire Declan, I hate to see him go, but go ahead and do it. And they're like, we might. And I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Well, based on the standings, Declan's the least likely to get fired because he's the most correct so far in 2022. So
yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Good thing. Write that down. Predictions today are presented by our friends at Federated Mutual Insurance Company. Been around for over 100 years, helping business owners. Also, they want you to know that April is Distracted Driving Awareness Month. So, there's not many things that we have full control over, but I think just paying attention on the roads is one of them. So just make sure when you're listening to Mackie and Judd and Purple Daily that your hands free, you are staring straight ahead, you're getting home safely. You can find out more information about how to be a safe driver at federatedinsurance.com. All right. Let's start with the accountability session here, and then we'll get to our guest listener predictor. But 3 predictions from everybody each week. They must be quantifiable. We keep track of batting averages and home runs. That's how this works. And Vincent from Brazil is going to join us here. That's right. We have a Vikings fan from Brazil, Vince. He's going to join us in just a couple minutes here. If you want to participate as well, you can send us a message through the Score North app, and we will get you scheduled for a future session of Write That Down. Judd, you had one thing come off the board. I missed this a few months ago, but you predicted this a while back, like over a year ago. You thought Nagy was going to get fired last year.
Yeah, I did.
And so you said Pat Fitzgerald will be the next head coach of the Chicago Bears. Well, it took a year. They did fire Nagy, obviously, but they hired who? Matt Eberflus, right?
Yeah, some guy.
Eberflus or whatever.
Yeah. Some guy.
Not gonna work
from
here.
the Colts. He's going to be great.
Old Macadac had a lot of things here in Green.
Oh,
Macadac. That's right. All right, Carlos, we'll start with the bad one here. I said Carlos Correa will have a multi-home run game, the first homestand for the Twins. I think he only has 1 bomb on the season so far. So,
not that good.
Yeah, they should trade his ass. Actually, that's going to be a conversation if they stay below 500, right? Should they trade him because he can opt out? Well, we'll see. We're not quite there yet. I said Miguel Sano will be benched at some point between last week and this week's Write That Down. He was benched last night.
11th hour.
Oh, sorry, it's the wrong button.
It came late. It came very late.
Was he in the original lineup?
I don't know about that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It came on the last day.
Saying it came on your last day of being right.
I think he has 2 hits so far this year.
Yes.
2
home
hits.
run, a home run, and a single, right, in Boston?
Nice job. Nice job. All right, I said the Wolves will have a lead in the Memphis series at some point, which they did. That Cat would bounce back and drop at least 20-10 in Game 1 against Memphis. This next one was a parlay about, I don't know, a month ago or so when the standings were all very scrunched and the Wolves were fighting for the 6th seed. I told you guys that the Wolves would land in the play-in spot against the Clippers, and Paul George would score at least 25 points in that play-in game.
So that's one prediction. That's not 2 predictions.
Well, it's one prediction, but it was a parlay at the time, if that makes sense.
Okay, because it says 2 home runs.
Yeah, well, the second home run was before the season, which is the Timberwolves will win a playoff game next year.
The issue I'm having is Paul George will score at least 25 points in a playoff game against the Timberwolves.
Yes.
That's just one prediction?
It was made a month ago before the standings were set, if that makes sense. So
he averages 25 points a game. No, but I'm just a little confused.
Okay, Judd, you get my point?
Yes. So he said. So he predicted before we knew that there would be a play-in between the Wolves and Clippers
Yeah.
that Paul George would. So he was forecasting the opponent and what one of the players would do. It's an indirect parlay.
At the time of this prediction, the Timberwolves were fighting with like 3 other teams for the 6th seed, and the Clippers were fending off whoever else for the 8th seed. And so I was saying,
understood parlay.
Yes. I mean, if you guys want to vote, if you guys want to vote the home run down, you're welcome to.
No, I'm okay.
I think I got confused too because you read the second thing. You read the Timberwolves will win a playoff game first, and then you read the Paul George. So I was just really confused on the timing of the Paul George.
If you guys want to come at me right now, that's fine.
I'm not coming at you. Declan is going aggressively after you because
I was just confused. He averages 25 points a game, so I was confused.
Okay. All right. By the way, averaging 25 points doesn't mean he's guaranteed to score 25 points either. Right? If I would have said 12 points or something, that's
just not a hot take. Just 25 points is what he averages.
The listeners, David had a parlay that went awry. He said the Wolves will make the play-in as a 7 seed. They will lose the first game, win the second game, but then yada yada yada. So they will make the play-in as a 7 seed. They will lose the first game, which they didn't, and they won the second. Okay.
It's wrong.
They won the first game. Justin said the Timberwolves will make the play-in, but they will not make it to a 7-game series. So that was. But then Matt said Byron Buxton will be the opening day starting center fielder for the Twins when that was kind of in question. I think this was made around the trade deadline last year. He said, no, they're going to hang on to him, and then he'll be the opening day center fielder. And then this is a home run here. This was a prediction made before the season by Brian. He said Kaprizov will break Gaborik's goals record for the full season. And he did. He's got 40. What did he score last night, too? Is he sitting on 43?
43.
43.
He did not score last night.
So a big knock for Brian there. Declan had a nice week as well. See if I want to fight some of these, though. We'll see here. So he said Ant would score more points than Ja in a playoff game in the series. He did in game 1. You said Sano would hit a bomb at some point in the last week. He did. And you said Matt Zuccarello will set a career high in points by the end of the regular season. And you made that prediction back in January, I want to say.
Yeah, he was on track to kill it.
So I'm trying to see, did I give you a home run for this? We can debate this one. Matt's Zuccarello. Well, we'll give you the ding for sure because it's a correct prediction. Yeah, you said this quite a ways back, man. Like this was like January, December. I gave you a home run for this, Judd. So I'm not going to fight it because of how far back he said it. I gave Declan a home run for this. Judd, what do you think?
First of all, that's very giving of a guy who was just questioned up and down like he was going to be incarcerated. So one, it's very giving. So Dex, when you made this prediction, how on track was Matt's to break the record at that point?
I mean, he was on track.
My only question. But if you made it in November or December, then that's still pretty good. If you made it after January 1st, I'd say it's a little bit more questionable.
Dude, you made this like 12 weeks ago.
Okay.
So he made this prediction in January.
Okay, that's what, that's fine.
I think it's a home run. He was off to a hot start, but it's a good. Look at this.
That's fine.
I am fighting for Declan here. Okay. So with that, Declan is up to 489 with 5 home runs on the season. Judd's up to 422 with 3 home runs. I'm up to 360 with 3 home runs. Listeners also over 300 at 308 with 5 home runs on the season. All time, Judd leads with 219 career hits. Listeners have 24 career home runs, which leads that category.
Look at those averages.
This is great.
This is impressive.
That is the American League circa 1984 or so. We got a lot of guys hitting the ball.
A lot of high batting averages. So, all right, let's get him in here. Vince from Brazil. That's right. We are international at Score North on Mackie and Judd and Purple Daily. What's going on, man?
Hi, guys. I'm really proud of being here. And I watch you guys all the time. The way that I keep updated about Vikings news, and you were the reason that I don't like Kirk Cousins anymore.
Oh,
that's Mackie. Blame Mackie.
Yeah. Like that. Because of the cap.
I'm fully ready to jump on the Kirk wagon here, though. All right, I've got both feet ready to jump on. So, so how long have you been a Vikings fan?
I mean, I started watching the NFL in the Super Bowl 50, and next season after the Super Bowl, I will start watching the league from the beginning. So one day I watched the game, so I see the team with the purple shirt and the helmets, really cool helmets. With I thought, well, it's a great uniform. So I think that season we started 3-0. So it was a great season to start watching Vikings. Not anymore. We are a train wreck now. But
Yeah.
but my team in Brazil is like not good either. So I know what it's like.
Yeah, awesome, man. Well, welcome to the show here. We're going to go through. We're going to start with you. You're going to get the first prediction. Then we'll go over to Judd, Declan, back to myself. We'll make 3 trips around the room. So, Vince,
Write this down.
go ahead. What's your first prediction?
My first prediction is that Pittsburgh will trade up with the Vikings for 1 first-round pick this year, the 20 pick, and 1 next year.
So, a first-round pick next year?
Yes, and
Okay.
the 20 pick this year.
Interesting. If
Like
Malik Willis starts
the
to
Bears
slide.
trade last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. It's what I want.
It starts to slide.
Write this down.
All right, Judd.
Next.
All right, write this down. Joel Eriksson Ek will score the first goal of the playoffs for the Wild. So in the playoffs, game 1, I assume, but don't write that down because who knows? They could get shut out in game 1. But the first goal for the Wild will be scored by Joel Eriksson Ek.
That's a home run if that happens.
Yeah. I think, Judd, didn't you make this prediction last year? And I think it came true. I'm having like
regular
deja vu
season.
right now.
Regular
season. That's what
I
it
made
was.
his
Okay.
prediction. Yep, and
Nice.
he did it.
Love it. All
Or Wild. I like it.
right, Dex.
All right, I will get a Wolves prediction out here. I will say the Wolves will win at least one of these next 2 games against Memphis by 10 points or more.
Whoa. Okay. That's a home
I'll
run.
say
Right? Is
they'll-
that a home run?
they'll-
That's a home run.
Yeah, sure. Yes.
They'll
Yeah,
win one of these next 2
Yeah.
and by 10 points or more in one of those wins.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. I like
Write
that.
that down.
I like the confidence.
Write this
Write
down.
that
All right, I have a similar prediction here, and I'm gonna make it specific to Game 3. So the next
Okay.
game, the Timberwolves. It's a parlay here. The Timberwolves will win Game 3, and D'Lo will score at least 25 points in that game. I think his season average is 18. He's done nothing in the first 2 games against Memphis, so they will win, and D'Lo will break out for at least 25 points in that win. Write it down. I want that to be a home run. So are we good there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Write
We're
this
good.
down.
We're good.
Okay. All right, Vince, your second prediction.
So I didn't have a Wolves prediction, but I will make it.
Okay.
The Wolves will win the series in 7 games, and Cat
Oh.
will score 40 points at some point in the series.
Whoa.
That's another home run. That's another home run.
Just
Wow,
slinging
bring
the
it.
takes. We'll say at least 40. We'll give you the at least on that. So if he drops 41, you don't get screwed by semantics. But I love it. 7-game
Wow.
series, Cat dropping 40 at some point. Boom. All right, Judd.
No kickouts. Write this down. Kevin Fiala will lead the Wild in scoring in the playoffs. Kevin Fiala will lead the Wild in scoring in the playoffs.
Is this goals or points?
Scoring points.
Okay.
Points.
Just want to make sure.
No, that's a
Thank you.
good one.
No, that's a good one.
Is that a home run? I think that's a home run.
Yeah,
Is he-
specific enough. He's off to a sizzling. I mean, he's been on a roll.
We call it a heater, Declan. It's called a heater.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, I would say it's a home run.
All right.
That's pretty specific. Yeah.
It's
Write this
specific.
down.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm in the similar vein as Judd there, but I will take it a little step further. I'll say Kevin Fiala will be credited with a game-winning goal in the playoffs for the Wild. So he will get a GWG at some point in the playoffs. I think with Fiala's just been so clutch over the last month, and he just has a knack to score big-time goals in general. So Kevin Fiala, a GWG in the playoffs for the Wild.
Nice.
Write this down.
Okay. All right. If the Xfinity Gremlins will allow me, here is my second prediction here. It's a wild prediction. Cam Talbot will post a shutout in the postseason before Marc-Andre Fleury does. Write it down.
Oh.
A little shutout last night for Cam
Yeah.
Talbot, playing the best goal. I mean, this is probably the best he's played in years over the last
No doubt.
6 weeks or so. So he will post a shutout in the postseason before Marc-Andre Fleury does. Write it down.
Write this
I like
down.
it.
Very excited about the Wild goaltending right now. All right, Vince, your third and final prediction, man. Bring it.
My third prediction is that the Vikings will draft Trent McDuffie with that 20 pick that I said.
Okay.
With the 20th pick.
With the 20th pick. Okay.
Yes.
I like that.
And that's definitely a home run if that happens.
That's
Yeah,
good.
I like
Now,
it.
if they draft him at 12, this is wrong, but I like the limb that you're walking on here. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yep.
It's awesome.
He's speaking the trade into existence. I like it.
Yes.
Well, since you're representing Vikings fans in Brazil, and you've got this life-changing platform here right now, is there anyone in your life you'd like to thank that brought you to this peak moment?
I would like to thank my friend Alex, that is a Chiefs fan, unfortunately, and my cousin Pedro, that is a Dolphins fan. He's the same ship as us.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks for coming on. Appreciate you
guys.
supporting the show, and good luck with your predictions, man. All right?
Thank you.
All right.
guys.
That is a guest listener predictor, Vince, from Brazil.
I love
Those were
this
great.
international. Yeah, I love the international predictions.
Those were great predictions too.
Yeah, I love it, man.
I love
Taking
the
those big
tie-ins.
All right, Judd, you're in
Uh-oh.
prediction here.
The
boy.
gremlins getting
Oh,
Phil
boy, the
again.
gremlins.
The
You're
gremlins are
getting
getting Phil. All right, we're going to work our way through this, and my final write that down is this: Tommy Watkins won't last the season as Twins third base coach. Tommy Watkins won't last the season as Twins third base coach. Just to be clear, this does not mean that he will necessarily be fired, but he will be replaced. So like he'll be replaced and very well could be kept on staff. Okay. So he just won't he'll be replaced. That's probably a better choice of words. He'll be replaced at some point this season as Twins third base coach.
Okay.
So he stops waving them home. Wave him home Watkins is going to be a thing of the past, but not before somebody makes me a t-shirt. I want a Wave him home Watkins t-shirt.
I respect it.
Wave him home, Watkins. Amazing.
Wave him
All
home
right,
Watkins.
Dex.
Write this down. You go.
All right,
Simo.
last prediction for me, an NHL awards prediction. Write this down. Austin Matthews will win the Hart Trophy this season, which is the NHL MVP award.
That's
Austin Matthews will win the Hart Trophy, the NHL MVP award for this season. Write that down.
Awesome.
probably safe.
Awesome.
Write this down.
All right. How am I doing here? Am I able to make a
You're-
prediction without getting
I
You're
think
back.
so.
Come on.
getting cool?
No,
All
you're
right,
good right now.
we're gonna make old Macadac's gonna make an angry phone call or two here sometime to say. All right, write this down. Byron Buxton will hit a home run in his first game back, whenever that is.
Friday night.
Byron
Bucky's
Buxton
back.
will hit a home run in his first game back. Write it down.
Give me a pin. Come on, Twins. Make pins. The Buck is back promotion Friday night.
They can do
Everything's
7
a
of them.
buck.
They can do 7 of them throughout the year. Like, oh, he's back.
Yep.
He's back from the hamstring. He's back from the. Be great.
All concessions are $1 on this night. The Buck is back promotion. Beer, hot dogs, everything $1. Popcorn, because
Amazing.
Buck is back. And Phil's right. They can just run this promotion once a month, basically.
Yep. All right, boys. That's a wrap. Write that down. Predictions. The only show in America that has the guts to put our reputations on the line. Every single Wednesday, Mackie and Judd and Purple Daily. We'll see you for some reckless speculation Thursday tomorrow.